Hello again. Well, we're back now. We're going to have another go at doing the rear part of the Honda Stream. Just been chucking it down with rain, so Jenny's covered in mud and has come in here just for a little bit. But it's brightening up a bit, so let's get on and try and finish off that back part of where the engine is. Okay, well here we are, back to this again now. Got the wheel off already again, so we'll start hopefully get this panel off. It's just a couple of bolts holding this one on. And then we've got another one under here somewhere. I don't know if I can get that in there. That can go in there. There we go. Right, now on this one we have the coil attached on this one, so you take that off. Okay. In there on that one. Just 8mm bolts, these ones. Okay, so that takes that off. This is for the, this has been loose and dangling. This is the, well, computer I suppose you would call it, early day computer. So we're ready to remove this. That goes in, holds that, but so that will go back on in a minute. And whilst we're down here, we can just remove this as well, the kickstart, with that sand down and a paint powder coat. Have to come all the way out, that one. There we go. That's that one. Right, so that's off. Not too bad. I'll use the flat wheel on here again. I need to take these rubbers out. I need to wash it first as well, and then I'll use the flat wheel to clean that off in a minute. And then the flat wheel also will clean this off. We can get that back on, and then we'll get this, check this air filter, see how things are in there, give that all a clean. We'll wire brush all this alloy, and we'll go over some NV50 and do all the pipes and hopefully make that look a bit nicer. Well, here we go. Time has beaten me again, so I'm going to leave it just for today. I will carry on this episode probably Monday. It's now Saturday, but I've got to go to work. I've powder coated this. That went a lot more successful than the others. Basically there was no paint on there anyway, so that just clean up nicely. That can go back once we clean this up. I've got the air filter off. That was all okay. Just going to need a good clean. And the kickstart has been powder coated. I've done that in the nickel silver. It's now got the rubber on. So when we get round to it, if I can find the right way, that will go on, and that should finish that off nicely. I have just been trying to clean up the carb with some carb intake cleaner. I've been going around gently, and I will be doing all of this, but it's just, I want to do it properly, just not enough time today. So I'll be carrying on Monday, and then we'll start from there again. Well, finally back to things again now. I've given it all a little bit of a clean out now. Use some ACF50 on all the plastics and the wires. I've also cleaned up the air filter, which has now been, I've used some ACF50 to clean that up. One thing that needs to be done before we put the air filter back, I've washed the air filter sponge, which was quite clean anyway. So before that goes back in, we need to just just need to soak that in just a little bit of oil. There was no oil in there anyway. It's just normal engine oil. And then just rinse out any excess. Like that. Now it can go back into there. And we've got this retaining plate to go in. There. And then finally the back half. Onto there. And clip that down. So now as we got oil everywhere, just give that a quick wipe. Okay, and that can go back into there. Like that. And we've got one screw to put in. I'll come back to you once that's done. Right, so that's all tightened up. Now we need to get this back on. The cover. This was loose and dangling before, so that can now go back in there. This is the, well, ECU of its time in the 80s, I suppose. Hopefully that will go in. Well, I've got to get that back in there, get the coil back on. And I did notice one thing on the manual. There should be a little plastic cover here which covers this up. I don't think you're ever going to find one of those, but I'm going to try and come up with an idea for it. So I will put it on us now. It's not going to be used in the rain anyway, so I'll bear with me and I'll get this panel back on. A little bit of messing about, and I'll come back later. Well, we've now got the this panel back on. Everything is routed correctly there and clipped in. So I'm just going to just put the wheel on for now. What I will do in a minute, when we've mucked around with the electrics a little bit, I'm just going to do a little test, make sure it starts okay. And then there's just a couple of servicing things to do. I want to change the gearbox oil, the final drive oil, and the spark plug. But before we start doing anything, let's just make sure it runs. So I'll get this wheel on and we'll have a little test and see how it is. Right, okay, so at least hopefully it'll start, and then we know everything's okay that side. And then obviously as we move along, if there's any other problems, we know it's this end. So we just hopefully it will start. It hasn't started for a few days, so see what happens. Well, nothing at the moment. Well, that was great. There was nothing wrong with it before. Everything's in the right place. I've got a feeling maybe once this is powder coated, these had little rubber plugs in, so that would be okay. I've got a feeling maybe as that may be earthed through this, I would say that I need to redo these bolts, just make it so they are touching the metal. So well, bear with me whilst I carry on fiddling. Well, here we are again. Next day. I did finally sort the problem out. We found it had no spark, so it led me to believe that it was something to do with the earthing problem, which I took the side panel off again and cleaned out the holes with a round file, which has made a better connection. And I did have a go yesterday. It did start, so this is now freezing cold the next day. So I'm going to give it a go, see if it starts, and then what I'm going to do, I need to warm up the transmission oil a little bit. So I will jack that up in a minute and hopefully run it a little bit off the ground with the back wheels, warm the transmission oil up, and then the final part, I did put a new spark plug in as well, by the way, and I'm just going to warm up the transmission oil, and then I'll do a change of that, and then we'll finish at the back. Then it will just be at the weekend then, just doing the covers at the back, and that's the back bit done, and we can move on. Okay, well here we go then, let's give it a go again. As I did start last time and it was flooded a little bit, obviously I was turning it over, so the choke does stay on quite a long time, so you need to pretty much ride it straight away, but we're doing the best we can. I'll get this started, and then after this I'm going to jack it up, run the wheels for a little bit, and then quickly take that right hand wheel off and change the final drive oil. But here we go, let's see if it starts. You see, choke's coming straight on, so that's okay, good. Well, here we go. I have warmed it up a little bit with its wheels off the ground, and all I'm going to do now is the final drive change. This is the filler plug, and down there is the drain plug. So first of all, we're just going to remove the filler plug. Hopefully this will come off without any struggles. There we go, that's nice and easy. There we go, washer, and then finally the drain plug. I'll try and catch some more, hopefully. A bit more. Probably not the best thing to catch the oil in, but anyway, I'll be draining this, and I'll put the drain plug back in again, and we can just quickly top that up. Well, to be honest, I'm glad we did check this, because nothing's come out, so that is a good sign. I'm glad we did do this. So we can put that back in again and put some oil in. Just uses normal engine oil, this one, a good quality engine oil, rather than the gearbox oil. Okay, right, so I'll go and sort some oil out, and we'll fill it up. Okay, so we're just going to use a syringe to slowly pour that in there. It actually takes a lot, and just so it comes out, just keep injecting that in there. I don't think we're there yet. No. Well, I am pleased I checked this now. Otherwise, we would have had a bit of a problem if we go up the road like that. There we go. Right. Let's clean this bolt up quickly. Right, there we are. At least I know we've got some oil in there now. Well, that is one good thing. Check it out. Okay, Well, there we go for another one. As I say, next time I come back, we will start doing the panels. So I'm not too sure whether we will actually leave those on whilst we do the rest of the work. But we'll see how things go. Jenny's pleased that it started. She's in the middle of all this. She's been in for a deep clean and a wash, so she's now brilliant and white. So until the next episode, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.